So, a couple months ago, I finally decided to steep myself in the world of blade forums. Now, I haven't had any previous experience with any kind of forum really because I was born in 1994, and until 2008, our family computer had dial up. So, I wasn't really on the internet a whole lot as like a younger kid and everything. And then, of course, by the time I was on the internet, like YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff was huge. So I never really felt like I needed to be on a knife forum. Um, but recently, I've kind of felt like maybe I was missing out on something over at Blade Forums. So I decided to make an account, and I'm just a basic member right now. I'll probably maybe upgrade next year. I don't know. We'll see. It's fairly inexpensive cost per year to be a member of their Blade Forums. Um, but as some of you may know who have spent some time in the traditional pocket knives section of blade forums, there's a little bit of a cult following for a knife that I really haven't been interested in um, as far as traditional knives go because of its size, and that's the peanut pattern. Um, Most notably made by Case, of course, but there are other companies who have made a peanut over the years and other companies that make a peanut right now. I think Rough Rider has a peanut, and then what they're calling Queen, they have a peanut too. Of course, it's the same, manufacturer as Rough Rider, but that's besides the point. But throughout the years, I think Queen's made one, and I think I saw like a K-Bar one or a Camillus one. I don't know. A lot of companies have made peanuts over the years, but I think pretty much most notably when you think of a peanut, you think of Case. Um, and I've been kind of conflicted about this because I generally buy my case knives with carbon steel, and unfortunately, the only peanut they have in carbon steel is the yellow synthetic, which I don't like. I know a lot of people really love the yellow synthetic, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I really like bone handles and everything. So I ended up ordering this stainless steel case peanut here from Collector Knives. This is the Caribbean saw cut bone they did a few years ago. I have a Barlow in this cover material, so I know it would be, pretty cool looking and everything, and I really like the color. This one is actually fairly saw cut. A lot of times, Case when they do their saw cut, it's not actually like very saw cut at all, but this one looks good. And I do like the color. It's very much a like Caribbean bright blue, so I love that. This blade's very shiny, as you can see by it reflecting all of the light right here. And it is a stainless steel blade, of course. Just a little clip blade um, here. The action on this knife is really good for it being such a small knife. And then you got a pen blade here, which again, the action on it's very good. I believe they'll stamp the pen blade for what it is. Yeah, so the bottle number and stainless steel, of course. Now, Case, I think, is releasing a red bone carbon steel version of this sometime later this year. I keep seeing it on like pre orders on Smoky Mountain Knife Works and everything. But I didn't want to wait that long to see if I liked the peanut. So if I end up liking this, I may order that one. We'll see. But for right now, I have a stainless steel Case peanut. Centering on the knife isn't great. I didn't think it was touching the liner, but I did just see a bit of scratch on the main blade there. So I think it's just barely touching the liner there. So that's not ideal. I think, blade centering with Case isn't necessarily always perfect. And blade centering is one of those things that unless it's horrible, I'm not really have that big of a problem with. And like I said, the action on this blade is really nice. Almost just cut myself there. But yeah, the action on this blade is really nice. Of course, it comes with Case's sharpening job, which is just a really rough ground edge. But that being said, like, yeah, really rough. Very toothy, some might say. But if I give this a couple passes on my ceramic rods, it'll be a nice edge. It's just that they, grind it fairly rough, and you just need to refine it a little bit, and you have a really nice edge. But yeah, so Case Peanut in this Caribbean saw cut blue looks really good. I do wish that Case would offer more carbon steel knives in like cool handle materials because like they do like the chestnut bone and they started doing the red bone series and everything. Um, And they have that like gray pocket worn one, which looks kind of cool. But I'd really love to have some like really bright bone, like this blue here in a carbon steel. That would be awesome. I don't think Case will ever do that because I think they really try to market like these cool looking handle materials towards like the kind of people that don't care about stuff like that, and they just put their knives in like a trapper case, trapper display, and they have 10 million case trappers on display and everything. I think that's Case's like most active audience, I guess I'll say. Whereas somebody like me, I just want a carbon steel knife, and I would like it to have cool handle material. That would be awesome. But I would like it to be carbon steel. But that being said, this knife's actually put together pretty well. The only little problem really is just the blade centering on that main blade. It doesn't seem to have any blade play. There's no huge gaps or anything. Um, this is one reason why I really liked ordering case knives from Collector Knives. Now, unfortunately, his supply of case knives is dwindling because I think he's stopped ordering them. I assume because of their quality control. But it always seemed like he like at least looked at the knife a little bit before sending it out, because I had never gotten one that was awful from him. I've gotten ones that have some side to side play and like easily fixable things like that, but I've never gotten one from him that is like just a complete mess, like I've gotten from some other retailers. But anyway, this case peanut is very cute. I don't know how often I'm going to carry it. Let me get a ruler right here and knock my tripod a little bit because I just want to make sure you guys know how small this knife is if you don't know. So when closed, it's less than 3 inches long. So it's a very tiny little knife. And your main blade here is like 2 inches, something like that. Let me look. Let's look here. So if I put the bolster like right there, it's like 2.25 inches. That's how big this main blade is. Um, so if you are a viewer that is living in a restrictive area on pocket knives, whether that's, like the United Kingdom, or maybe you live in like a big city or something, just somewhere restrictive on what kind of pocket knife you can carry, this is probably fine. I don't think anybody's going to be scared of you pulling this thing out to cut a thread or cut something or open a box. I don't think anybody's going to be terrified of that. But I could be wrong. You never know. People are a little bit crazy about knives for some reason, which I don't really understand because, in my mind, knives are not weapons unless they are used as weapons. But generally speaking, a knife is a tool used for opening things, cutting things, stuff like that. You don't walk into somebody's kitchen and see their block of kitchen knives and go, "Oh my God, why do you have all those weapons?" You just think, "Oh, he's got a block of kitchen knives or whatever." So I don't really understand the whole knives weapon thing. Don't get it. This is a tool just used for cutting things. Um, but yeah, cute little peanut. I don't know if I'll carry it very much, but it was a knife that I wanted to check out because of the weird cult following that it kind of has over there on Blade forums. So I got my first case peanut, and we'll see how it goes, I guess. But anyway, it's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope you have a good day.